Hello friends, it's Astro here, and this evening we're going to play some Banished, because I haven't played this in a bloody long time. It's a good game. It's a fun game. I'm gonna start a new dolphin. Meow. Okay, so valleys, yeah, cool. Let's get wait, is there a mods option? Mods. Enable all of the mods. Increase resources, more iron. Oh, okay. Is that going to go red too? It is. What's this one? Increase the amount of stone, iron, and wood produced. Stone and iron, bloody bloody blah. Alright, cool. More terrain. More wood. No, can't have that. Old growth forest. That sounds like a fun one. Grain silos. Stone bridge. Mines and quarries. Wildlife. Can't have that. Okay, cool. That should do the trick. Yes. Okay. New game. Ah. Combo wombo. Cool. And we'll go... Ooh, plains. Big lake floated. Let's go plains. That sounds fun. We're going to have a fair climate. We're going to have disasters on. Let's have a larger map. And starting conditions medium. That's fine. Okay, cool. Let's ride. Negotiating with nomads, planting apple seeds, placing coal layer, reticulating splines. Oh, it's been a long time since I've played this game. A super long time. Wow, look at this map! And there's a huge lake, and another huge lake. But this looks like the trading lake, and or the fishing lake, so that's good. And then... it doesn't look like... So I selected a mod where it's supposed to do old growth forest. I guess this is the old forest here. And then you've got this like smattering of birch. Okay. Well, let's get started then. So we've got some stuff to get us underway. A medium amount of stuff. And we've got a bunch of people with no houses. So let's see if I can remember how to play this frickin' game. Let's have a boarding house to get us started. And we'll place it, I guess, like right here. Cool. And this should hopefully give us enough sort of dudes in order to enough beds to be able to house all the people. Let's check. Do I need to set people to be builders? Oh god. Tools and reports. Oh, that's right. Show general statistics, so we'll put that there. Log of events. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Oh god, I haven't played this in so long. Put that over there. Let's go jobs to citizens. Uh-huh, cool. What's this? Limits placed on resource production. Okay. And... don't need that. Don't need that. Save camera locations. Okay, we don't need that stuff yet. So we'll click out of that. So let's have, out of our 10 laborers, we're going to have 2 builders. We're going to need to start thinking about food fairly quickly. So let's leave that as it is. Char burner, forester, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Cool. That should do the trick. Alright. This will get us started. Let's jump up to 2x speed. And these guys can start wandering around and doing what they do. Let's go with, we don't need any roads just yet. But we do need grocer's cart, supply cart, stockpile, market. Don't need any of that crap. Okay. A well, that's probably useful. A crop field, an orchard, a pasture, fishing dock, hunting. Okay. Let's get started with... Okay, let's go north for these things for now. And we'll do them, like... I'll tell you what, let's do a dirt road. And we'll do it across the face of these objects. And then we'll go one straight up here. Cool. And then... production. And we want a hunting cabin. There. We're going to want a gatherer's hut. Here. And what's this? A fish farm? No, we don't need that just yet. We could probably do with a fishing dock over here. I think that's probably a good thing for us to start with. Yeah. And then we'll pop a road from that to there, and we'll cut this road straight across. I probably should have done it diagonal, but I think it's Alt? No, is it Shift? Yeah, it's Shift. Okay, we'll do Shift and we'll get a road like that. And then we've got our big house on the way, so that'll do us to like get us started. We've got a hunter's cabin and a gatherer's cabin set up here. And I guess, what else do we need? We're going to need some wood. So let's get... Harvest trees? No, collects... Where's a Choppy Man's house? There is. Choppy Man's house. We'll have one of those here. I guess like... No, that's a woodcutter. That's not what I want. I want a forester's lodge. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we'll pop that there. It's not the most ideal location because there's a bunch of slack space here. But, yeah. Look, I'm sure it'll be fine. A herbalist. I don't think we need super much of this at the moment. We will need a woodcutter, but we'll place him down here. Alright? So that he can be nearer to the wood pile. He can just like skip scratch. Hey! Okay, good. So that's sorted out a few of the home requirements that we have. Now we need a couple of additional ones. And we'll put those... We'll leave a little gap here. And we'll have 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. Cancel. How do I cancel a building? No. How do I cancel a building? Aha! Remove structures. Okay, good. And then let's pop this one right here. There we go. Okay. So we've got a boarding house. Shit. We've got a boarding house for the, you know, most of our people. And then we'll have these buildings here as like the core, the beginning of what we're up to. We're also going to need a well. Provides water for putting out fires. Okay, so we'll just tuck that here like this. And then we can build more buildings back this way. There's a whole bunch of rocks here too that we can probably dig up, but we'll get to that when we need them. For the, you know, for now, I think we're pretty good. Fuck, there's a lot of trees here, and heaps of rocks to be had. So I don't think we're going to be worrying about that anytime soon. I think we'll increase our builders just slightly, because we're going to need a few more of them. It's late spring at the moment. I kind of feel like we should get a farm down. At least one. So let's go with food, crop fields, and I guess we'll sort of pop that out this way. Let's go, I don't know, 8 by 8. That should be fine. And let's remove these rocks just here. Just to clean that up so it's a little easier to see what's happening. Okay, cool. So let's Let's go up to 5 speed. Maybe I can rearrange this a little bit. It's just a little awkward at the moment. Yeah, it's a bit better. Actually, tuck that up there. Tuck that there. We'll just cluster all of our instrumentation right up in the same spot here. Okay, cool. So the hunting cabin's online. Let's get a hunter up and running. Where is it? Hunter? Herdsman. Hunter. We'll have 1 hunter. And then we'll have 1 gatherer when this comes online. So 1 of those, which is currently... So that gatherer is currently assigned incorrectly because I don't have a gatherer. Well, it's fixed now, but I didn't have a place to put that gatherer. So that's now fixed, that's good. We're going to have a forester when that comes online. Where are we? Forester? Sitting too far away. Okay. I'm going to scooch forward a little bit. Forester, forester, forester. Is that a woodcutter? No, that's the guy that chops logs. Labourer, gatherer, herdsman, gatherer, fisherman, fish farmer, woodcutter, char burner, forest. Right. Wow. Poor blind old man. I don't know what's going on. And the fish dock is up and running, so we're going to get ourselves a fisherman. Okay, so we're going to have... I tell you what, we're going to have 2 fishermen. We can now reduce the number of builders we have, and we'll have 1 more gatherer, 1 more hunter, and 1 more forester. Okay, good. That's a good blend. I reckon that's a good blend. Holy dooly! We've got some babies pumping out. A child named Machael, Darville, Arthenia, Egbertha, and Jacquelina. Jacquelina. Welcome aboard, Jacquelina. This crop field, I reckon... Oh shit, we're gonna need a farmer. I reckon we'll go with squash. We'll go with squash, and we're gonna get 1 farmer to work on this. So what are we gonna give up to have a farmer? We've got pretty much everyone housed at the moment, by the looks of it. So I think we can probably do without a builder, and we'll go with 1 dude slotted in as a farmer. And that way, the builder can just continue toddling out these. The old boarding house, which is chock-a-block full of dudes at the moment. And we've got, you know, Jacquelina and Cammy and Reynold and Weave. Weave? What are you doing, Weave? Weave the child. The 3-year-old child who's just merrily wandering about the fields at the moment. Doing sweet bugger all and basically being a burden on society. Egbertha, Harmon, Alberto, Arthenia, Odolina, Lark, Jalineth, Makel, Hedwina, and Ferding are the people that we've got in the building house. And over here, we've got Artis the fisherman, Veron the forester, Darvel, Robertrand, and Gregorian. Their 3 children. Holy shit, you guys have been busy AF. And you're like stockpiling a whole bunch of shit, so good for you. These guys have been fairly busy too, with 2 of the childs, Alberto and Hageman. And they have... Wow! Hageman? Jeez, 14? I mean... If that's what floats your boat, that's fine, but it's not personally my cup of tea, I just gotta say. Alright, we've got to get a woodcutter up and running here so we can get some wood chopped up and ready to go for the winter months. So what can we do without I reckon we could do without a forester. Let's get a woodcutter in lieu of a forester, because forester's going to get out there and be, you know, cutting down trees and planting trees and that sort of stuff. And at the moment, they're going to be bringing those trees all the way back down here and dropping them into this here stockpile, which is... Oh, right. Well, there we go. That's ferding the woodcutter. Gathering up some logs to chop them. Uh-oh. Alright, it's early autumn. Let's get a stockpile. And we'll put that here. So anything that these 3 buildings gather, they can just dump in this stockpile initially. And that'll save them from having to run back down to the main stockpile to bring that stuff down. Eventually we can like bolster our well, actually eventually we can probably just move this sucker up there, but at the moment we're in trouble because they've got no logs to chop, which is a bit of a concern. So what we're going to do... no, we'll be okay. It's alright. No, we won't. Let's remove indestruction. Can we just harvest trees? Okay, just harvest these trees, everyone. Except that we don't have any labourers to do the harvesting of trees. It's a bit of a problem. Let's pull one of these hunters off. And they can just be a labourer chopping down random trees for us so that we at least have some trees. There he is. Who is it? Lark. Mate, he's a hunter. Wearing fair clothing. His tool is iron. He is educated. Okay. That's weird. If he's a hunter, why is he chopping down trees? That seems very strange. But it's not for me to judge. Oh, cool. Our new houses are all coming online. So we've got 3 now. This one's going to come up shortly. And, yeah, it's pretty good, actually. I mean, we've got not a huge amount of logs standing by, but we do have some. Right? We've got a few more of these trees coming online, which will help on this. Because we do need a bunch of wood. Like, we need a whole bunch of wood because we're starting to roll into winter now. It's in early winter. Robertrand has become an adult and is now working as a labourer. Excellent. It means that we now can reassign someone to going back to hunting. Because we're going to need to keep our food stocks up and running. And we've got a farmer who's currently probably going to be doing shit all because it's not growing season. But I'm assuming that if I find that farmer, labourer, child, by the looks of it. What are you? Hey, this bird. Yeah, okay, so there's our farmer. Cammy, who's currently chopping down trees, so that's fine. And we can probably, I'll tell you what, we'll queue up some more over here. Just to create a bit of a, like a fire break around these buildings. That'd be good. Just creating a bit more space. We'll grow some more farmland out this... Damn it. Right click to cancel. We'll grow some more farmland out this way. You know, some more of these crop fields. So that we can expand our food production. And hopefully get a good amount of squash stockpiled next time it's growing season and get everything online. Yeah, cool. Okay. So, what else we got? What is this? Alright, sorry about that. So these big boarding houses are really good just to deal with like any children that like and basically any overflow. It's always good to have a boarding house. Especially if you have like wanderers that stroll in and join your colony. You want to have somewhere to put them, and a boarding house is like the perfect place to be able to just go, no house for you, go live in that place. Oh, it's early spring already. Holy shit. Well, that came around quick. Alright, let's get another crop field in here, shall we? Because... no, what's that? A grocer's cart. I don't want that. Give me a crop field. 1, 2... let's leave a gap of 2. We'll have another 8x8 field here. We'll have another cheeky little road across like this. Alright, just sit there. That should be fine. And then we'll set this field up to be... now, there's a bunch of removal to be... shit. Removal to be done before we can get that sucker up and running. But, once it's up and running, it'll be good. Okay. So 4 houses. No one is... alright. Adults, students, children. We really need to get a... I think we need to get, before we go too much farther, we need a school. Because we want our dudes to be educated. So, I'll pop that down. We've got 1 labourer and 1 farmer who can clear all these trees, like this little tiny tree that's in here, and get this school up and running. But then we're going to lose that labourer because we're going to need a teacher. And the problem with having educated people is that it takes longer for them. So, like, Robertrand here. Where's Robertrand? Right, Robertrand is 11 and working as a labourer. Now, if I were to educate Robertrand, I think they stay in school until they're like 16. We'll have to find out. We'll play with that in a second. But, so they stay in school for a bit longer, which means that you don't get them to enter into the workforce for a longer period of time. And you need to provide a teacher to educate them, which is kind of a pain. But, yeah, when they do enter the workforce, I think they're more efficient. Or something. Excuse me. Or something to that effect. So, we shall have to see. Oh, it's raining. Alright. So the woodcutter has completed. We've got 200 fuel good to go, which should, I reckon that should be enough. I mean, look, we've got this huge big stack of logs in here, which is just spectacular. And that should keep us, I reckon that should keep us ticking along for a little while. So let's carry on with this. We're still working through this backlog of trees that we've got growing around our fields and stuff. I kind of feel like we need to cancel those requests, right? All of that crap and this crap here. We need to focus on getting this cleared out so that we can get that second farm online, because this one's getting, you know, it's getting planted at the moment, and we're going to get a whole bunch of squash out of this, which is going to be rad, but we want more. We want 2 fields worth of stuff, and ideally we then want even more, because more food, more money. Ignore that. Don't worry about that. But yeah, the more food that we harvest now, the more we can store through the winter. I mean, we've got some fish here, which is great. We've got a bunch of hide coats, which is cool. Shit, that's just reminded me. Okay, cool. Cool. So the fishermen are doing their thing. Farmers are doing their thing. The woodcutter's done their thing. Her thing. A child named Felecta. sounds like some kind of weird body part. Oh god, I've got a weird pain in my phyllector. It's awful. Although if I have a child now, I totally know that I'm going to call him Phyllector. Phyllector, come here, please. Oh, Jesus, no. No. No, no, no. Okay, anyway. So this just reminded me, hide coats and iron tools, because if we run out of tools, like food and stuff is awesome. Like, you totally need a bunch of food and shit. Far out, we've got a good amount of venison. But anyway. Food and stuff is great, but we totally need to keep our level of coats and tools up and running, because if we run out of coats, people will start like getting cold in the wintertime and being upset and shit, and if we run out of tools, people... Will Benelio, a child named Will Benelio was born. Welcome, Will Benelio. Yeah, if you run out of tools, then people actually work really slowly, so we don't want that. So let's go for... we'll do it over here, shall we? Right next to the stockpile, just so it's easy access for all. And a tailor, spiffy. And we'll get those two plonked down. We're gonna need to get... So, oh, there's a bit more iron here as well, which is nice. We're gonna need to get this crop field up and running with some peppers. Or as we call them in Australia, capsicums. We're gonna need, I don't know, do we do without a gatherer? I feel like we do. Plonk them in as a new farmer. And we're eventually gonna need to have a tailor. So we're gonna need to sacrifice, potentially, I guess, a farmer when it rolls around to winter time. But we're going to need a tailor and a blacksmith. Then we're going to need to mine coal. Because a blacksmith needs coal. Do we have any coal already, or is he just going to use wood? I think they can use wood initially. I think you can select, if memory serves. We'll find out when we get there, it's fine.